All right, everybody, before I begin This Week in Esports and Gaming, I want to give a huge shout out to AFK Gaming for sponsoring This Week in Esports and Gaming. I'm really promoting their Esports Business Insights, which is their newsletter that they do every single week. And it's something I've actually been using for a long time before they actually sponsored This Week in Esports and Gaming. So I use it down below. You can check out the link down below to subscribe to it. It's literally a newsletter that is super concise about the top things in gaming and esports. I use it all the time for my research. I was reading it before this actual episode to get more insights on people moves and all the cool headlines, things like that. They also do deep dives throughout the week. AFK Gaming does at least. So if you want to get some of those throughout their newsletter or their email, they send those and I read those as well. I just really like the people working behind AFK Gaming. A lot of really cool folks and a lot of them who are veterans of the esports space, either on the journalism side or on the working on the business side. So please check out the comment down below. There's a link there where you can subscribe. It would help me out because then they know I sent you, and then hopefully we can continue more sponsorships and things like that. But I really like AFK Gaming. Just want to give them a shout out here. Thanks for sponsoring This Week in Esports and Gaming. And let's get right into the news. Welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming. For the fourth week of March 2022, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week, so let's dive right into it. I'm your host, Mark Kai, and let's go. For our first top 3 story, Netflix have acquired Boss Fight Entertainment and they've partnered with Rockstar. So for their acquisition of Boss Fight Entertainment, they've acquired them, who are best known for their mobile RPG Boss Dungeon. And BFE have 3 locations in Allen, Austin, and Seattle, with their main purpose being to bolster Netflix's gaming features to Netflix subscribers. They acquired Next Games for $72 million earlier this month as well. And they've been hiring like crazy, placing Robert Barrett as the head of gaming strategy for the company. He was previously at PlayStation as well, doing their subscription service, so he fits right in. They've also added 2 more games to its roster, Shatter Remastered, and This Is a True Story, and they're partnering with Rogue Snail, which means that they'll be able to add the mobile RPG Relic Hunters Rebels to Netflix's game services as well. So Netflix's approach to gaming services is pretty straightforward: acquire and partner to add value to subscribers. So I don't really see this as a play to actually get new subscribers. It's more of a retention play for current subscribers. They want to keep people on the platform as long as possible, in addition to just watching movies, right? They have TV shows as well, but it's interesting to keep retention high among current subscribers. I think it's also smart to acquire these game studios as they get a huge injection of cash, and they're working with a huge brand like Netflix, but we'll see if they ever expand beyond their simple 2D platformers and card games that they're currently working with. That's the majority of their games as it currently stands. To me, Netflix, they're trying to compete with a lot of people. They're competing with HBO Max, Apple Plus, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Now, and YouTube all at once. They're really trying to do so many things with movies, original TV shows, and games as well. So we'll see if they can form a cohesive business strategy around offering a lot of these services over their competitors. G2 Esports, they sued their former partner Bondly. So according to Esports Insider and the Washington Post, they reportedly filed a lawsuit on March 16th claiming Bondly misled its leadership and missed deliverable deadlines. G2 claims damages of over $5.25 million and filed the lawsuit to the Los Angeles County Superior Court. Originally, the 2-year partnership began on June 2nd, 2021, with Bondly being tasked as the sales agent for G2's NFTs. Bondly then said after the first rights fee invoice that the company was past the point of being able to successfully deliver an NFT program. I really don't know what that means because I feel like it doesn't really take that much to deliver an NFT program. I've seen some workshops and seminars on how easy it is to make NFTs now, so I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that led to disputes over an agreement of responsibilities and ultimately the lawsuit. Now, this is one of the only times I've ever seen an esport org sue one of its former partners, but with $5 million on the line, that makes sense. You can get a lot of money back from this if it goes in your way. So obviously they're no longer partners, but Bondly partnered with Blast Premier in June of 2021 to launch chicken NFTs. So I'm not sure if Blast has anything to say about that. They probably won't, and they probably don't want to say anything about it. So also with how much NFTs are hated right now in gaming and esports, this is definitely a step backwards towards those who are really supportive of it. And the development of this kind of case only pushes people to say, NFTs are more of a scam. Look, we told you so. So I don't think this is really a good push for those people who are really interested in NFTs and really want them to be more accepted. But either way, we'll see what happens of this lawsuit. Riot Games, they partner with Coca-Cola. This will span multiple years and countries and regions as well, with Riot's first mobile esport launching its inaugural competitive season this year. This will cover 8 total regional leagues with weekly content series and rewards and experiences for fans. So this is obviously a very big partnership. Riot and Coca-Cola have worked together from 2014 to 2016, so they've obviously seen value in each other in the past. Key to note is that Coca-Cola used to sponsor Activision's Overwatch, or Activision Blizzard's Overwatch League, and now they're sponsoring Riot Games' new up-and-coming esports league as well. So Coca-Cola I think tends to like to be in the newer side of esports leagues, right? Overwatch League, when it came out, was pretty new. This is Wild Rift Esports, which is also relatively new. So they try to enter in a more new esport to get that kind of brand association rather than a mature esport like CSGO or, Call of Duty or things like that. I'm curious to see what kind of products they promote, whether it be straight up Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola Energy or even their side brands like Sprite or Fanta or Body Armor. There's a huge diverse range of people that they can target, so we'll see what they actually do with this partnership. Speaking of partnerships, ESL Gaming partnered with Dare Iced Coffee. They will be the official non-alcoholic beverage partner for ESL Australia New Zealand Champs and the LCO for 2022. This is an 18-month partnership that extends on their partnership in 2019, and this will be content-sponsored segments mainly. Kraft partnered with Lamborghini and Sony for their Lamborghini partnership. Many Lamborghini cars will be integrated into the game until April 30th, like the Estoque and the Lamborghini Countach LPI 804. For their Sony partnership, mobile phones will be supplied to their esports players, with the Xperia being the official smartphone partner. Previously, OnePlus was a sponsor in 2019, so we'll see if the renewal comes with Sony later this year. PSG Esports partners with the North American esports org Team New Age. This is a new Fortnite team called PSG.TNA that will make its debut soon, and they will play on NAE servers for their actual Fortnite competitive season. It's interesting how PSG actually like these co-licensing deals, like they have similar to PSG LGD and PSG Talon, where their name and original org's name is always out there, but they don't really actually have to do much. It's managed more so by the original organization, and they probably just pay the organization money to kind of have their logo on there. So I think this is a really smart marketing play, because as an American who doesn't really watch football or soccer, as whoever, us Americans call it, it's good to get their name out there for people who might not know a lot about the sport. Skills partner with UFC, which will allow Skills to create UFC branded competitive mobile games, and select Skills community devs will actually be able to use certain UFC athlete IPs for games and marketing in 2023 and beyond. So UFC's, them being a constantly popular MMA org could definitely lead to a win-win for both parties here. As far as finance and M&A go, Qualcomm launched a $100 million AR and VR fund. This will be distributed via investments with Qualcomm Ventures and be a grant program for developers as well. This will go towards mixed reality experiences such as gaming, health, and wellness, and creators can also receive funding with new mixed reality technology, development kits, and promotional opportunities as well with Qualcomm. FTX acquired Good Luck Games. They're looking to integrate cryptocurrency among game publishers, and it starts with the card game studio Good Luck Games. GLG stated any blockchain integration has to be ethical and make the game better for players due to the negative reception of blockchain NFTs in the space. GGWP, they've raised $12 million. The goal is to reduce toxicity in online games, which is a noble cause, I would have to say. This was led by Bitcraft Ventures with additional funding from Makers Fund, Griffin Gaming Partners, Sony Innovation Fund, Riot Games, and others. The funds will be used to developing the technology to actually have this toxicity reduction online. Ramen VR raised a $35 million Series B. This will include the expansion of staff and game dev team after the release of MMORPG Zenith: The Last City in January of this year. This was led by Anthos and Dune with participation from Makers Fund and Andreessen Horowitz. GameFam raised a $25 million Series A. This was led by Convoy Ventures with participation from Play Ventures, Makers Fund, Bessemer Venture Partners, and Galaxy Interactive. They will be using the funding to expand growth, partnerships, and revenue acceleration, as their main offering is to help publish and monetize games on metaverse platforms. As far as workforce changes go, Ashley Gomez joins Riot Games working on esports business development partnerships. She was with Kaufman Sports Management for 3 years in the past and then worked in production at Production Club, most recently at Virus International doing brand and athlete partnerships before joining Riot Games. Caillou Lee joins Dignitas as a senior video producer. He has lots of experience in esports working with Riot Games, Activision, and ESL, as well as big brands like Pepsi, Kia, the US Navy, Square Enix, and more. He's most recently with Sir Hunt and spent time at Minute Media and H-Mart before. Danny Lopez joins Tundra Esports as the marketing and content director. He was the chief content officer for Galaxy Racer previously and worked at Guild Esports doing brand content and marketing for a year as well. He was a creative director at Fnatic for a little bit and worked with Immortals, NYXL, Astralis, and other orgs doing content work in the past. As far as new stuff goes, Patrick Collins launched his own business, LeapFox. The main goal is to provide support for brands, right holders, and agencies looking to take its gaming and esports strategy to the next level. Patrick has over 10 years of experience from sports with Tottenham Hotspur and Everton. He's also worked with Wasserman and most recently at Excel Esports as the head of partnerships. Rivalry added mobile esports to its offering. They now have Mobile Legends Bang Bang, Wild Rift, Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, and Free Fire. So they have one of the biggest or all of the biggest mobile esports in the world. So they're one of the first to add mobile esports betting as well. And I'm curious to see how mobile esports audiences receive this and if they will do a lot of betting on Rivalry. Rockstar launched GTA Plus, which is basically a $5.99 monthly subscription for about $500,000 of in-game currency and extra virtual property in-game. This is for PS5 and Xbox, and I think this is pretty smart because it's basically a battle pass branded as a monthly subscription for a more mature game. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images and information provided. If you know someone find this valuable, please tag them down below. If you have any questions for me, like I said, please ask them down below and I'd love to answer them in the next video. And as always, everyone, have a great day.